Welcome back to Skylab Gaming with your host, Skylab Gaming Creation. And hey, look, we're back with the happiest game alive, Slime Rancher. Today, I'll be showing you, dear ranchers, how to find all of the Gordos in the game as of version 1.001. Now, this is an updated guide. There's an older one that you can go view if you feel like it, but we're going to cut to the chase with this one and get right on with it. So, from the main ranch, you're going to want to go ahead and head out the main entrance here. We are in hunt of the Pink Gordo. Nothing special about him. He is just very large and very pink and very hungry. So like with all the Gordos, make sure that you bring at least 50 or 25 of their favorite food with you. So when you come to this little overpass here, you can actually just hop right on down a little opening and walk across the bridge. We can see him being happy and big and pink over there. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, you can feed him pretty much any food because he is a pink slime and he'll be happy with it. Feed him 50 of those or 25. Well, actually, it's 50 of everything because the pink slimes don't have a favorite. So feed him 50 and you should be good to go. You should get a key from this Pink Gordo once you pop him, so that is very handy for moving on to the other areas. So let's continue. From this little island, we can continue on back towards the main path here. And of course, we can sprint to get a little bit more speed. And you're going to go past this area that has a bunch of pink slimes and a couple tabbies through this little overpass, tunnel is what it really is. And you'll come upon this area that has a bunch of tabbies and a couple of other things. Maybe a couple chickens that we can suck up here, some hens. And if you take a right here, and you take another right, and you look right again, you will find the Tabby Gordo. He is hungry for meat, so make sure that you bring some chickens. You can find them in the overgrowth section if you have that unlocked on your ranch, or you can find them in this section right around here. It might just take you a little while to collect all of them. So, once you feed this Tabby Gordo all of the meat that it wants and it blows up, you'll actually get a teleporter that goes right back to the ranch. It is very handy to get. Now we're in hunt of the Phosphor Gordo. So back from this main central area, and I'll actually grab this, I'll grab this little map icon so that you guys can see. Here we go. If you are using a controller or you're on the Xbox version, you should just be able to press right on the D-pad and it brings up your map. So we're just about smack dab middle in the area here. Go through this overpass again, or come back through if you're going the other way. And on this little overhang ledge right here, go ahead and jump across and head on down here into this secret little cave. And there we'll find the Phosphor Gordo. Now he should drop a key as well when he blows up. Its diet consists of fruit, so make sure to bring some Q-berries if you have them, because that is the Phosphor's favorite, or pretty much any other fruit will do. Let's continue onwards. Now the next two Gordos, you need to have the overgrowth section unlocked. All you have to do is come up to this kiosk and press it, and you purchase it for, I think it is $17.50, somewhere right around there. It's not a huge expense, but once you have that unlocked, you get access to the overgrowth area. And there are a bunch of chickens and some poker fruit and carrots in this area, so it is a good place to stock up on some fruit, some veggies, all the things that you will need to continue popping these Gordos. So if you head on all the way through that back section here, you come to another area. As we make our way past these happy slimes, I'm gonna suck up these chickens too. You never know when you're gonna need more. So you can jump across this little pad here, and you will see the next Gordo, the Tabby Gordo. He is very happy. He is very cat-like. So I'm gonna suck up these hens too. So if you pop this guy, he's actually sitting on a teleporter that leads to the next one. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this one actually. If I miss completely, there we go. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to get that angle right when you're shooting things across a gap. We'll feed him a few more and then he'll pop hopefully. And there we go. When they get too full, they'll make that face there, and then you can't feed them anything else. Bon appetit. No! Where are you going? No! Why did they jump off the edge? I'm so sorry, friends. Alright, we're gonna break these boxes real quick. Make some room on this teleporter. And you actually take this teleporter to get to the next one. So we're gonna do a little bit of climbing now. You're going to go to the right side of the island, and this is referred to as Ring Island because it's got the rings. So we're going to keep on going this way and slowly make our way on up. Now, if you do have a jetpack that has a lot of boost, you can basically boost your way almost all the way to the top, but I'd find it easier to climb because you kind of know where you're going that way. And boost over this gap with just enough boost. And we make it on over to the secondary Pink Gordo. Same thing, he will eat pretty much everything. So we'll go ahead and pop him also. We'll give him some carrots. You know, we'll give him a little bit of everything. We'll give him some mint mangoes, and we'll give him some pogo fruit. And we'll go ahead and feed him till he pops. Thankfully, it looks like it's less on the Pink Gordos, so we'll go ahead and grab this handy dandy key. And the keys are good because they let you get into the new areas and access a couple shortcuts. They are overall very, very handy to have. Alright, with that, let's go ahead and jump on to the next one. Alright, and now we're in search of the Rock Gordos. So, to find them, we're actually going to have to go ahead and go to the Indigo Quarry now. And, oh, gold slime. Not going to miss you this time. Oh, I didn't miss you this time! Yes! Yes! And I got 3 for having the slime lock on ability. Yes! At some point during all of these guides, I happen upon gold slimes, and a lot of the times I'm not prepared because I'm just I'm just in the zone so much. So it's fun to be able to get them every once in a while. All right, onwards to the Indigo Quarry we go. So if you don't know where it is, from this main area, you just hook a right here. You'll see Hobbs' little note. And this death sign for some very angry slimes. They're just a little hungry, but I'm not going to feed them right now because these carrots and this pogo fruit, they are very valuable to what I am trying to do. So, if you haven't opened it already, hopefully you have some keys from doing those Gordos. So go ahead and insert your slime key and open the gate. The very happy slimy gate. The Indigo Quarry, all that remains of a mining project that quickly went bust. I have a feeling it had something to do with the slimes, with some of the exploding slimes or some of the radiated slimes. Alright, so you're going to head past this first section and you'll come to a little cave area. And if you take a right, you should see them pretty clearly. So we're going to go ahead and pop this guy also. Eat my carrots and grow. Eat all of my carrots and grow. I like the way that the Rock Gordos look. They're very rock and roll. They're very metal. All right, I thought he was gonna pop there. There we go. All right, and it's good to break this one too because you get a teleporter from it that leads back to your base. Also very handy to have. All right, you know what, you guys, you can have that. You know what, you guys can have that stuff. I'm just gonna go. All right, so onwards to the next one. Actually, while we're here, we'll go ahead and grab this little map icon. These are good to grab while you're out and about too because it helps fill out your world. And when you get them, if you have any other teleporters, it actually shows them on the map. Really, really handy to have. All right, onwards we go through the other end of this cave. And you'll come out on the other end here. Now on the top here is the Volcanic Cave. There's no Gordos in there, but it's a pretty cool place to visit, to go see if you're looking for any boom slimes or any crystal slimes. Really good place to go. We're going to keep on heading this way now. Past this little pool. There are some puddle plorts in there if you don't have any yet. They're very valuable, but you have to have some water to keep them, so it can be a little pesky to keep them. We're going to continue on the gap over here. See a couple rad slimes along with a myriad of other guys. And keep on going here. Take a right. And go across this little bridge. And you will find the second happy Rad Gordo. Look at him being all happy. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pop him too, but I need one more veggie. So we're going to grab that real quick. Alright, we should have enough veggies to do this now. So we're gonna put carrots in his mouth. We're not gonna put gold plorts in his mouth. I don't think he'd actually eat those. And we're gonna fill him up until he bursts also, so that we can continue onwards. And there we go. Alright. Go ahead and break these boxes. Alright, don't eat that, you know what? Go ahead and eat that veggie, because you were going to anyways. So this gives you a teleporter to the next area. This is the actual volcanic island where you will find the next one. So we're going to keep on going here. And we're going to head all the way to the back of the volcanic island. Hop up on this little structure here. And you can turn all the way up. Now, like most of these, you'll probably need a jetpack. It's a lot easier to find most of these if you have the jetpack anyways. So on the top in this little center ring, you'll find the Crystal Gordo. Very, very cool looking Gordo. You can pop him for a key if you have the stuff. We don't right now, so we're going to pass on him for now. After the Rad Largo we go. So once you're back on the other side here from the teleporter, you can go through this dangerous area. Don't worry, it's not terribly, terribly dangerous. You're just going to get some very, very angry slimes. Sometimes. It looks like we got lucky and they didn't spawn this time. Or maybe they're off doing something else. So you'll come into this back section here of the Indigo Quarry. And you're going to want to take a left here and go underneath. And keep on going in the same line. Through this little tunnel. And you come to a wonderfully green irradiated cavern that has the Rad Gordo. Very cool guy, and you can feed him to pop him, get another key. Alright, onwards we go. So it turns out after a quick run back to the base, I do actually have enough resources to pop this Rad Gordo, so we might as well go ahead and pop him. Now, I'm going to stand back and shoot my veggies at him here a little bit. That way he doesn't irradiate me too bad. And as you feed him, this is interesting, as you feed him, the radiation aura does grow bigger. So once you start, you just keep feeding him basically. And then hopefully he'll pop soon and not kill you from radiation. And there you go. We'll go ahead and grab this key too. And now we can head back. Whew, little too much radiation. Oh, and another gold slime. Can I get it? Can I get it? Yes, I can. Baha! And it dropped into the ocean. Sometimes my luck is not very good, as you can see. All right, for this next section, you're going to want to make sure that you do have plenty of meat and that you have some fruit. We're off to find the honey and the hunter largo. So first things first, go ahead and go to the overgrowth section, take the teleporter, and cross these bridges like normal. Then we can head on into the first area of the moss blanket. Carefully across these bridges, carefully. It's always when you're not paying attention that the golden slimes, like previously just happened, they appear out of nowhere. So that upgrade though, that lock-on upgrade is really, really, really handy because you get 3 golden plorts instead of 1 when you hit them with a resource. So, and also you want to make sure that you're hitting them with a resource, not a slime. The slimes do not make them generate plorts. Alright, so from this main section, go ahead and take a left. And you're going to come to this main section where you can leisurely stroll. Thankfully, there's nothing too dangerous in the early area, so you can take your time, say hello to a fellow slime or two. And then once you get back all your stamina, continue to jog through the world. And you'll come to this back area, you'll see this little arch as kind of your telltale sign. And you're going to want to boost jump on up here. And in this little secret alcove is the Honey Gordo. Since we're here, we might as well feed him. They like mint mangoes, so if you have those available, definitely want to bring those. If not, not a huge deal. You can feed them pogo fruit or any other kind of fruit. Break the boxes like usual and let them head on over there, whatever they're doing. And we're going to grab that key. And we are onwards to find the hunter. Once you're done grabbing that key, you can hop on down here and take a left and keep on going. Notice that we are kind of in this back section here. You can see we're about to make this very brave jump. You should be able to make this with your base boost. I don't believe you'd need an upgrade, but just to be on the safe side, anytime that you're doing any sort of resource hunting like this, you definitely want to have at least one of the upgrades. It really helps from when you're a little low on stamina and you weren't paying attention and you plunge into the ocean. So we're going to come to this big mushroom section and just keep on going past this here. And that's where we actually need to go, so we can take a shortcut here. Otherwise, you can go down this bridge, up that little staggered bridge section, and go all the way across the log, but we're not going to do that because the long way is for chumps, and we're going to take the shortcut because we've got plenty of boost to make it. And you could even make it with a level 1 boost there if you're feeling a little dicey. Now you do want to watch out for these hunter largos. They are all aggressive here, and if they gang up on you, they can definitely mess you up because they'll eat you, then they'll explode. It's just a bad time. And so once you come upon this first bridge here, you're going to take a left, and that guy's going to drop into the ocean. I didn't even do anything to him. Go across this log here. And you'll see him on this giant mushroom. You can kind of see the outline of him. He is a hunter slime, so he is invisible. We're going to jump these rocks here and come on over to him. Hopefully we can do this without dying to these other hunter slimes. All right. Take some hens, you. Now, thankfully, once you get close to some of these hunter slimes, they do show themselves. They've got... Oh, no. No! You better not have eaten my chicken. All right, we're going to hope that we have enough hens to do this now. And we had just enough. Woo. I like the way that he opens his eyes as he's about to burst. So thankfully we had enough to do that. So that is the 2 Gordos for this area. Now, an important part to remember when you do this last section with the last couple of Gordos, it would behoove you to go ahead and stock up on veggies, fruit, and some meat because you're going to need all of it and in spades. So I've got the inventory space upgrade, which is why I'm able to carry 100 of each item. But if you have to make multiple trips, that's not a big deal. First of all, let's head to the ancient ruins. Now, if you haven't opened the slime gate that is in front of the ancient ruins, you'll need one of these each colored plorts to open it up. But we have already done that, so we're going to go ahead here. The first one that we're after is the Boom Gordo. So we're going to make our way through the ruins here. Thankfully, I've memorized the layout a little bit better. So, oh, and here's a little map node we can grab too. These are great because, like I said before, they illuminate places on the map, and they'll actually be very handy for showing you whereabouts all of these Gordos are located. Now, once you come to this section that has the kind of half broken ring, you're going to want to drop down. On your left side here, you will see him in view. However, if you drop down, he is on the wrong side. So we're going to have to go around here. And there's a little button here, a little switch that actually opens up the next passage to get to the next area. But there is a Boom Gordo in front of it, so we have to take care of him first. So we're going to fly on over here in his little happy, him and his happy self. We'll go ahead and feed him while we're here. And hopefully this should only take 50 hens. Fingers crossed on that. That way we can do this whole thing in one big run and everything's easy. Looks like it was 50. And it does explode when he is all done. So, excuse me, slimes. I have places to go. No, not you. All right. Oh, great. We got a few more chickens too. I'll take these chickens. We might need these. All right, and that's the Boom Gordo. Now we're going to go a little bit more. This one's a little more out of the way so that we can do the Quantum Gordo. Is he there? Is he not there? Are any of us really here? I don't know the answers to those questions, but that's why they're hypothetical slimes, because sometimes they phase out of existence sometimes. All right. So you're going to hop on over here, and that gate here is what I'm talking about. So we're going to run down and touch that switch and open it up. And we can just go right on through the hole we made here. Jump on over to this section. And press that switch. And we can go ahead and head on through now. Now that little lower section that we just went through is closed. And hopefully, hopefully this upper section should be open now. Hop up on these rocks, and you can do this a couple different ways. I like to just jetpack on over. And so that you can see where we are on the map, we're about 3/4 of the way in here. So we're a little more than halfway into the ruins. So on the right side, you'll kind of see this area off to itself. That is where we're headed. Now you can also drop down on the other side, which might be a little bit easier for you guys. But since we came all the way to this side, we might as well come from this side. And once you come to this switch, this is approximately where you want to be. We actually don't need to hit this switch yet, but if you come from the other side and the gate is up, all you need to do is press the button here and head on down towards the right, carefully steering yourself towards the edge but not actually dropping down, and you will find this very, very happy Quantum Gordo that he'll be eating these pogo fruits that I'm going to give him because, well, it's not that they're more expendable or anything, but I gotta hold on to the mint mangoes. I feel like they're more valuable, even though they're not really. He's gonna explode, not dangerously, thankfully this time. And let's see if there's anything in these boxes that are worth it. There's a hen that I will take, and an empty box. That's interesting. Well, there you go. Those are the Gordos for the ancient ruins. So we're going to go ahead and continue on to the glass desert so that we can knock out the last few Gordos. Let's get on with it. Now, if you haven't activated the portal that leads to the glass desert, you will need these 5 quantum plorts here. You can just stick them in the little statues and it activates the teleporter. A little bit easier than the slime gate, in my opinion. So you can hop on through. And you should arrive in the glass desert. And now we can start the hunt for the Gordos that are here. The first one's going to be pretty much right out of the gate. So you can hop on these stairs here, do whatever you want, do some sick tricks on the way down. Oh, and there's a fire slime if you guys have not seen one. That is what they look like. They are pretty cool. I don't have any space, so I can't grab this little guy right now, but they are cool little buggers. All right. Now that we got distracted from our original quarry, you can hop up on this little ledge here and fly to this little weird looking tree. This is where I like to rest. There are a couple different ways up and over. Any of these little structures that get you close are good enough. Basically just a small place to recharge your boost. You may have a little less boost, which makes it harder. So over there we see our target. You can jump off this ledge here and fly pretty much all the way over. You don't have to stop on anything, and you'll get to this happy looking dervish Gordo. All you gotta do is feed him a little bit of food and he should pop. It's pretty fun with the rings. I like a lot of the crossbreeds that you can make with them because they get like really big and they look like a planet. It's really cool. He is almost ready to pop. I don't think he's gonna explode, so we'll keep on feeding him. All right, he does not explode either. That is good. We're gonna grab his slime key too. Oh, well, dang. These are actually some materials for slime science. Are any of them? None of them are particularly rare, so we're just gonna leave those for now and come back and grab them after we're done. I guess another word of warning, you may not always want to carry a full inventory when you're Gordo hunting, just in case you get some of these rare slime science materials. They are pretty handy to have. So if you're wondering where he is on the map, bring that up for you guys. It's right near the beginning, before the crossover into the middle area. So let's go ahead and hop on over to the next guy. And hop or walk your way over, it doesn't particularly matter. We're going to sprint a little bit just so we can get there a tiny bit faster. And you'll cross this bridge in this middle section. Now, if you get lost, this little bridge is what leads to really the other main section of the glass desert. So if you get lost, look for the little bridge with the light that is illuminated by the very happy, slimy moon. Now, once you come to this next area, you should see the next Gordo that is right up here. That'll be the Tango Gordo. And its diet is meat. I've said before that chickens are a little bit harder to collect if you are having trouble. This area that is actually right around the Tango Gordo has some painted hens that are really good for collecting. So if you're low on hens or you're low on meat, you can collect them around this area. It might be a little difficult to get 50, but if you just need to get a cap up or you're pretty close, this is a good place to do it. So we're going to feed this Tango Gordo hens until it pops also. They always seem so happy about being fed, even when it's meat. They're like, yes, I will eat these. I will consume these chickens. There we go. Now, this is nice because you also get a teleporter that leads right back to your base. Now, don't take this one unless you're done here. Namely, because as soon as you take it, it is a one-way, whoa, hungry guy, one-way teleporter. So don't take that unless you're ready to go back. Not permanently, but for now, anyways. So we're going to continue onwards here. Now, hopefully you have enough keys to do this. If you followed this guide, you should have plenty of keys by now, so you can open up this next area. And we're going to continue on towards the back. You don't have to jump across to that other island, just avoid these angry boom rock largos. And we'll keep on going to the next big area here. Once again, I find it a little bit easier to just boost jump over these areas a little bit quicker. It doesn't change a whole lot. You'll get to the same place, more or less. But in the interest of time, I am happy to show you guys exactly where to go as long as you have the boost to get there. So the easiest way for me anyways to do this is to go up where this Hobnotes is. He'll talk about being scorched in flames. And you can hop on this little pillar here and you can see the Crystal Gordo in the distance. Now you can stop by one of these smaller areas or one of those pillars, but you might be able to do it in one boost jump. I was able to do it earlier, so let's see if we can do it this time. I'm gonna let my boost recover all the way. And we're gonna go for it. Anytime you're doing long distances, it helps to kind of push and glide and not hold down on the button basically. And I'm not sure quite how detection works in this game as far as edges go, but if you actually come right up close to the edge and then boost, you'll get a little tiny jump at the end basically that'll put you over the ledge. So if it looks like you're not going to make it, don't worry, you probably will. You just got to keep going. Now the Mosaic Gordo eats veggies, so we have plenty of carrots for him. This might be my favorite Gordo, just because he's so fantastically colored. So we're going to go ahead and feed him some carrots. We're going to go ahead and feed him a lot of carrots. I also stated before you can bring their favorite food, which you can find in the Slimepedia. But if you don't have their favorite, 50 of any whatever food they eat, in this case, veggies, will do just fine. And that's the key for that. So if you look at your map, we are towards the back here. Now you, dear player, go ahead, pat yourself on the back because you just found every single Gordo that naturally spawns in the game. Thank you guys so much for joining me again on the ranch. Hey, if you found this guide useful, then please leave me a like. And hey, if you liked this style of guide, then please let me know in the comments section below. Or if you'd like to see a guide on something else. I am working on a few at the moment. pulling together some footage and figuring out exactly where all the new things are and updating all the guides, so definitely keep an eye out for that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As we say here on the ranch, the more ranchers, the merrier. Until next time, this is your host, Skylab Gaming Krazian, signing off.